Our first witness today is William Hall, who's the Chief Executive Officer of William G. Hall and Company. Mr. Hall is a Dairy Queen franchisee, and you have 5 locations in Texas, I believe. Mr. Hall also serves on the board of directors for the International Franchise Association and chairs their Credit Access Committee. We appreciate you being here today. Obviously, you came a long way, and look forward to your testimony.
Thank you, Chairman Graves. I want to thank you as well as Ranking Member Velasquez and the rest of the committee. Thanks for having me here. 5 minutes is hard for me to say hello, but I'm going to do my best here. As you said, I'm a Dairy Queen franchisee in Fort Worth, Texas, and I'm a member of the International Franchise Association Board of Directors. But I want to talk about the important role in the U.S. economy of franchising holds. As Ms. Velasquez mentioned, small business and startups are an important part of our economy, and franchising meets that need, but with a little bit of a lifeline for the first people in the first role in the business, because they do have a system of training and it allows someone to start a business without being in business totally by themselves. The franchising world grew at a faster pace than the non-franchising world up to 2008 when we had the financial meltdown. Since then, recovery has been very slow. Markets have been frozen, very difficult to obtain any sort of financing. We greatly appreciate the work you guys did on the Small Business Jobs Act. Those SBA provisions have been a lifeline for franchising. It's something that we really do appreciate. And but currently, other than SBA, there's very little lending out there for the entrepreneurs in the franchising world. To survive, the franchising community has, we cut back. We did live with what we had. We didn't add new jobs. We didn't remodel where we needed to, because we were caught in a situation where we just couldn't borrow any money. And that was pretty much across the board. That's small to large. It impacted all sectors. We delayed the new store acquisitions. Franchisors were in a problem because they couldn't put new people into their units because they couldn't get the initial financing. People would pay the franchise fee, but they couldn't get the initial financing to get going. We think that small business creates 6 out of 10 jobs in the country, and if we don't have access to credit, then we're not creating the jobs that we need. We think there's a 20% shortfall in the lending to franchise this year, and the SBA has been critical in filling the need, but we're still going to be 20% short, and that means there are a lot of jobs not going to be created that could be if we had normal access to credit. Franchising is all about small business. Franchising sometimes gets confused because people talk about McDonald's, even Dairy Queen, as being large companies. I started from nothing, had nothing, and most of the people I know in the franchising business started with 1 unit and grew from that. We are resilient as a group. We are diverse as a group. In the franchising industry, 19% of the franchises are owned by minorities, whereas in the non-franchise sector, there's 13% owned by minorities. So we have a great program for veterans that come back home. Over 400 franchisors have put in a program to give a discounted startup opportunity for veterans. We feel like that's been a fantastic program and well received, and great opportunity for our veterans coming back. As I said, in the franchising world, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself, and that's a tremendous benefit, which does in fact put us into a position where we could be a good borrower for these lenders that want to make loans, which they need to make loans to be successful. So we thought, how could we solve this problem without any other help from anyone? And we decided as a group to get together and from the franchising world and reach out to the lenders to try to show them what we had to offer, because we knew they needed to make loans. So as a franchise loan, we think it's a better loan than a non-franchise loan, because you do have the system in place. There's training, there's support. The franchisor does underwriting before you go to the lender, so there's some safety there. What we did is put together a credit summit to bring together all the parties. I don't want to take the committee's time to go through it, and I don't have the time, but I would ask the piece into the record, which does describe the credit conference we had, brought together lenders and franchise folks to try to come up with a solution, a private sector solution to the problem. As we go forward, we need help in this regard. We need to help our lender friends to be able to loan money to us. we're going to do our part. We're good loans. We're not trying to look for a bad loan. We're trying to put a proven loan that can be made and paid back. But we do need help because those markets are closed to us right now. If without the SBA lending right now, we'd be a lot less people employed in the U.S. And with their help and your help to them, I know there'll be a lot more jobs available. We're not looking for a bailout. We just need access to credit so we can grow our businesses and to provide more jobs. And I want to thank everyone for having us here. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hall.